My dudes, get ready, baby. It's seeding day. Woo! They gave me 2 coffees today. This is the second one. I think they knew I was seeding today. Okay guys, first off, I want to say big shout out and big thank you to everyone who offered some grass killer for our project in the backpack. So thank you so much for that. And I want to do a big special shout out to my boy Andrew. Came up and picked up the tumbler. So tumbler is no longer with us. It's gone off to a good home. Andrew was nice enough to drop off this as well. We got some glyphosate, so we're good to go. I'm gonna head over to the store right now to get soil, and we'll do the full process for you guys. I mean, start to finish, and we'll go step by step today. We got El Bandits running, getting warm, and we're about to go handle some business, my dudes. You excited? I know I am. Let's get her popping, shall we? Give me a second, you guys might fall over. It's a stick. Hold up. Yes, sir! It's loud in here, baby. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for all the support. This is why I do this kind of stuff, guys, because you guys I say one thing and you guys go above and beyond. It's ridiculous. It's so amazing what you guys, all my dudes, you guys are the best. Seriously. So we're just gonna get some soil so we can get everything popping, get everything started. It's gonna be a fun day for sure. Oh, yes. Pay for this. All we need is 10 bags, just because I'm worried about the triclopyr that's been on there. I mean, there's a ton of triclopyr on there. Definitely soil amendment. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Let's load this up and we'll get the process started. Super excited for this right now, bro. Okay guys, we're all loaded up. 10 bags is all you need for 1,000 square feet. If your soil is super healthy like ours is, as you can see, there's still grass alive. Per 1,000, technically, I would go at least 20 bags. If your soil is not amended properly, or if it's like a new seed, put as much soil as you can. That way you're leveling things out, etc., etc. So this is some ripe smelling stuff. Smells like a future here. All right, my dudes, let's get back to the crib and start the process. You guys are the best. All right. So here is our situation right now. Yes, it is still a little bit green and it definitely looks like Kentucky 31. Okay, my dudes, this is what we're gonna do. We, the past couple times, have mowed low and then dethatched. We have dethatched 3 times. There's no need to dethatch anymore. There's no need to mow low. We just did that yesterday. We just didn't have glyphosate to put on top of here during the seeding process to kill off everything. We're gonna go a high rate and it will not affect the seed. The only thing I'm worried about is the triclopyr that we put down. It hasn't been 3 weeks and that's what it says. When you put down triclopyr, it takes 3 weeks for it to pretty much dissolve out of the soil. It's a little scary, but since we have the soil and we're gonna mix it in, it should be pretty easy. So let me show you what we're working with. I know what you're thinking. Yardbird's still not dead. It's okay. It's gonna die after the glyphosate and the seeding process. Now, step 2 is aeration. I'm going to bust out the old aerator that we have, because that's the backpack. I don't want any, if there's anything back there, I don't want it mixing in with the front. Okay, let me get the aerator. All right, let's go over mowing low, because you're not going to be mowing for a while. Dethatching, because you're bringing up all the dead material that you don't want hindering the seed from getting through. Aeration. This right here is the first ever AMIC roll aerator. What aeration does is it pokes holes into the ground, letting air go through so it can breathe, allows nutrients to get in there. The nice thing too is some of those seeds are gonna go in those holes as well. And the next step after that is we're gonna put down our soil. Soil can have things in it that might bring in some weeds, some unwanted grasses. So what I always do is I aerate, I put the soil down, and then I spray before we seed. That way, anything that's in there, it's good to go. So when I spray, I'm gonna put down some tenacity as well. That's going to help crabgrass and other, because what tenacity does is mesotrione is a pre and post emergent, but it doesn't hinder your seeds. That's why we do it during seeding. This is gonna be really fun, guys. Let me get started on our aeration. I'm just gonna do a bunch of holes. I'm just gonna keep going back and forth. Now, the reason why I like this one is because, number one, it's easily portable. I'm not renting anything, loading it up in the truck, nothing like that. And it's really fast, it's a wheel. So I'm just gonna keep, down and back, down and back. The step ones are a little frustrating because it takes a while. They do work, so if that's all you have, do it. But you want to poke some holes. This is part of the success. I'm telling you right now, everyone, anytime I ask for pictures, there are literally thousands of my dudes who have done this process and their lawns look better than mine. It's crazy because they do the process and they do it step by step and it works. It just works. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Step 2, aeration. Okay, it's a workout. Yes, you guys are saying, man, this is a workout. Oh, it is. You're gonna burn a couple hundred calories. Aeration, it's a must. If you had never done it, your lawn might be super compacted. Compacted soil, no bueno for when you're seeding. So it's gonna relieve that compaction. It's gonna provide air, nutrients, water is gonna penetrate the soil. Really nice. That's why you have to do this. Do not skip this step. I see a lot of people emailing me, hundreds. Yarbra, do I really need to do this step? Bruh, do you want a successful seeding or not? I cannot help you if you did not follow the whole process. You have to kill it off, mow low, dethatch, aeration. The next step, we're gonna fill in some of the holes, but we're also providing a layer of new soil. You're gonna mix in your new soil with the old soil. It's gonna be fantastic. It's just gonna provide all that nutrients that you want this seed to have so it can flourish. Sorry, I'm out of freaking breath, dude. All right, let's get our compost spreader. I'll show you what that is if you're new here. Compost spreader is the easiest way to spread your soil, your compost when you're seeding. Let's get started on the soil. Still breathing hard. Yeah, I have to apologize again. I'm still kind of under the weather. But I'm out here. I gotta do this before it's too late. Let's do it. Another thing you wanna prepare too, if you're doing all this work, seriously, and we'll get to it, you gotta get yourself some elite seed. You need some elite grass seed. Don't be just putting down store-bought. If it's your first time, go ahead, but you're gonna be pissed in a year when you're all advanced and you've been cutting and real mowing and all that good stuff, and you're like, damn, I should've just freaking went elite the first time instead of dilly-dallying around. Here is our peat moss spreader. You're gonna put your soil in here and you're just gonna get that good thin layer and it's gonna be really good. One of my best investments. I'm linking all of my tools and products below so you guys can purchase what you need. This is gonna be so fun. I cannot wait for this to grow. Now for me, before I was just putting down the soil and then using a golf rake to even it out. My gosh, that is one of the hardest things to do. Morning, it's that time. See you, Sally, you too. Sally's the best. Let's put our tunes in and let's start putting some soil in our compost spreader. All right, my dudes, good cardio. 10 bags, topsoil. Cowlitz County is my favorite. It just smells really good and it's already pretty much broken down and pretty fine. Definitely one of my favorites. Step 1, kill it off. Step 2, mow low. Step 3, dethatch. Step 4 is aeration. Step 5 is put down your soil amendment, whether that be soil, compost, whatever you want to put down just to give it more nutrients. Whew. The next step is fairly easy, guys. You're gonna want to spray down some tenacity, and in our case, we want to kill off all this grass. So we're gonna also spray some glyphosate. Unfortunately, that's the only thing that will kill off this grass. Again, this is, I don't think you guys understand. A lot of you guys are thinking the rate's off. I put 3 gallons of that Roundup back here. 3. And a full 6 ounces of Killzall, which is also glyphosate. It's not me. It's the grass type. It is very resilient, it is very powerful, it is very strong. So worst case scenario, we just do it again in the spring. But at the same, you know, what we're gonna do right now is pray that glyphosate really kills this off and then the new stuff just comes through. I mean, we've done this a million times. Next door neighbor Rick, the putting green. I mean, who else have we killed off? We killed off a bunch of people's lawns. It's the grass type. Kentucky 31 is amazing. Let's get our spray on and then we'll get our seed on. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's get to the spray part of our reno project. This is a Cheapo Depot Harbor Freight backpack sprayer. It is a pump action. I would just put it in my battery one, but it is not a good idea to mix killing agents in your backpack sprayer that you use to fertilize your lawn. Definitely not a good idea. Number 1, you want to get one of these. Respirator. This is going to save you as much as it can. We have our super concentrate Roundup. Shout out again, Andrew, you the man. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just gonna look it up just so we get the proper dosage. 1.5 ounces per gallon. So 6, let's do 6 ounces in here, okay? So what we're gonna do, 6 ounces of Roundup. We have some surfactant, actual surfactant brand, Southern AG. We have Tenacity, Mesotrione. This is safe for seeding as well. This is also safe for seeding. We have some blue dye, just to make sure that we have the perfect coverage. And then we're also gonna add a little bit of nitrogen, just to really get it tricked. You know what I mean? Grow and die. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I'm gonna put my headphones in. I'm gonna start mixing this up. And I'm gonna try to talk as much as I can through the mask, but you can't really hear anything. So this might just be a music vibe. Okay, let's do it. Oops. Damn, I accidentally spilt some of that juice in the backyard. I'm telling you, man, these like pump action, I didn't even push anything, it just started leaking everywhere. It's okay. Worst case, we seed that area. It's a mix of grasses back there, so it'll fill in. I'm gonna change my shoes because you don't want to step on grass. There you go, guys. Let it chill for like 30 minutes. I'm vibing out to this music, bro. I can't believe I spilt it on the backyard. It's okay. It happens. You just gotta be careful, guys. I should have known better. Oh, I can see it, dude. Don't be an idiot like me. The wand was facing down into the grass. It's okay. It's okay. It's the backyard. It'll come back. So I probably have to overseed the backyard as well. We're gonna let that simmer, and then as we're letting that simmer, we're gonna go over the next step, which is seeding. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what kind of seed we're using, as well as why we're going with this seed. Let's do it. Very exciting day. We've been waiting for this day for a while now, as we definitely want to see this grass type all up in the back. Yes, sir. Blackout turf type tall fescue. You have the Chanel Barbarian Annihilator in the Brute turf type tall fescue. This is gonna be amazing. 4 cultivars, 1 grass type, all up in the back. It's gonna be even. It's gonna be uniform. Now, we just fixed the back about 2 seasons now, and we were overseeding on top of the native grasses. And it was pretty even, but you could see other grass types in there. I mean, there was a bunch of different fescues, there was a bunch of Kentucky, there was a bunch of, it was just a salad bar as well. Predominantly Kentucky 31. We want that new. We want that modern. We want that modern turf all up in the back. And this is why we're doing this. Elite grass types. This is a must if you want that even look. A lot of you guys are emailing me. I mean, a lot of emails saying, how do I get that smooth, even look? I just planted Scott's Sun and Shade, or I just planted Scott's Pacific Northwest blend. This is cool season grasses, by the way. Well, here's the thing. If you look on the back of those labels, in those blends, you have multiple grass types, not just one. Not only do you have multiple grass types, you have multiple cultivars of that grass type, so you're just gonna have a bunch of stuff. You're gonna have stuff that grows slow, you're gonna have stuff that grows super fast, some that go super tall, some that thin, thick. You don't want that. You want all the same coverage, just like the front. Our front lawn is all perennial rye. It is Blackout Perennial Rye. It is the darkest cultivar ever. It's uniform. There are some downfalls to having a uniform lawn. If you have an invasive grassy weed like Poa annua or Poa trivialis, it will stick out like a sore thumb. When I had the salad bar back in the day, anytime we would mow during the day, it would all blend together. But this grass type, it's so dark. When you have a little bit of that lightness in there, man, boy does it stick out. So that's one downfall, but I'd rather have that than have too much stuff. Like right now, this is too much right here. In the backyard, do you see this spot right here? There's a lot of disease pressure right here. I mean, it's just disease pressure all day long. Why? Because it's that grass type. Something's happening with that grass type. Over here, it's really dark, right? It's nice and dark, nice and thick. Over here, a lot of rye, because the collar is pretty much rye. Now you have the bent grass, which is completely different. It has rhizomes, it grows on top, through everything, and then it creeps through. That's why they call it creeping bent grass. You see all those light spots? Unfortunately, that's creeping bent grass. It's a lot better if you just have one grass type. Like, see right here? I just accidentally sprayed. There's gonna be some dead spots here. Anyways, that's the breakdown of why we're doing elite grasses. You want that smooth look, you want it all even, and you don't want to just do one cultivar, because what if you get disease? It'll wipe it all out. That's why we do multiple cultivars, one grass type. It's all gonna be good, it's all gonna be nice, it's all gonna be uniform. You guys excited? I'm excited. Now we're just letting this chillax for a second, and then we're gonna get back out there and we're gonna put our seed down. Oh man. All right, we're gonna keep reviewing. Step 1, kill it off. Step 2, mow low. Step 3, dethatch. Step 4, aerate. Step 5, apply your soil amendment, soil, compost, etc. Step 6 is tenacity. And if you have to, do another round of your grass killer, glyphosate, not triclopyr. You'll have to wait 3 weeks. This new Roundup that we have, the triclopyr one, stay away from that. You want to get some real glyphosate. Shout out to my dudes out there who told me Tractor Supply carries glyphosate. I mean, a bunch of it. So if you need glyphosate, go to Tractor Supply. I got so many emails, and I thank you guys so much. You guys all emailed me, I have a gallon for you. Let me drop it off. Come pick it up. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are too good. You guys are too good. Okay, my dudes, let me grab our broadcast spreader so we can spread the seed. Now, how heavy should you go? Uno momento. For an overseed, they recommend like 3 pounds per 1,000. That's super light, bro. I mean, you don't want to be seeding and then nothing happens. You have a bunch of bare spots. I'd rather have it really thick, and we'll deal with the overcrowding later. Here's the deal. We always verticut. Overcrowding's not an issue with us. I mean, look at all our grass. Only the strong survive with this grass. You know, if it's over clumping, oh my gosh, you probably just put like the entire bag in one spot. Heavy rate. That's a 25-pound bag. I'm probably gonna go half of that bag, to tell you the truth. Just super heavy, lay it down thick, and really get it in there. It's gonna be nice. So the thing too, you want to rake it in. That is probably the most important part. The good thing is we put all that soil on top. So once you rake it in, it'll be sort of covered with the soil. Then after we do that, it's all covered and nice and in there. We're gonna add some starter fertilizer. So easy, so simple. Yeah, it's definitely green. I know this round of glyphosate's definitely gonna kill it off this time. Yeah, there's a lot of disease pressure back here, guys. I have to put down some disease stuff today back here too. So anyways, let's get to the seed. Turf type tall fescue. Let's open her up. There. Yes, sir. I'm excited. Let's freaking do this, my dudes. Heavy rate, don't cur. Oh, yes, sir. Go ahead and sprinkle some in your salad bar area. What's gonna need it after all that glyphosate was spilt. I would never do this in the front. But here's a salad bar, it's fun. I'm gonna set the spreader to a level 4, and then we'll go heavier as we spread it evenly. To make it happen. Change the patos. This is gonna be very exciting. The sun's slowly starting to come out. It's supposed to be sunny today. I don't know what happened. Bam! Yes, sir. Commence. All right, let's get a heavier setting. Level 6, there we go. Level 6, here we go. Guys, all I use is a Scott starter fertilizer. It's very well balanced, and we're gonna do this right now and also in 15 days. So save some. 3 pounds per 1,000 is application rate. Now, go ahead and measure. I pretty much know what 3 pounds looks like after all these years. So I just eyeball it. Just like so. That's a lot. Now, this one needs to be set at around 3 1/4. You ready to fertilize? Let's do this. Okay, my dudes, once that's in, go ahead and grab your rake and rake it all in. We're almost done. This is great. Then we'll go over irrigation, all that good stuff. Be right back. Next step, grab your rake, rake that fert and that seed all the way in. You can just drag it behind you. Very simple, check it out. Done. You can see that soil that we just put down is covering up all that seed. And I'll explain something in a second after this. Can you believe it's seeded? Can't believe it either. That is great. Let's go over a couple things after this. Over the course of my lawn care journey, I've realized a couple things. When you're seeding, usually after this step, you can roll it in just to get more seed to soil contact, or you can just step on it, you know what I mean? What we'll do is we'll just walk all over it. As we raked it in, a lot of that soil covered the seed. It's already covered. After that rolling, you would usually put down a peat moss. You don't need to do it right now. Just because, number one, in the weather, It's not gonna rain, it's not gonna storm. Let's just make sure, because if it is, you put down some peat moss. Yeah, we are looking good. Not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, we have 40% chance of rain. By then, it'll be kosher, nothing's gonna wash away. But if you're in a place where it's monsooning all the time, put down some peat moss. Roll it in, put down some peat moss. I don't roll it in as much anymore. It still germinates, it still flourishes. I'm telling you right now, the past couple, I have not used peat moss. I have not rolled it in, and it has come in perfect. To be anal retentive, go ahead and do it. It's not a bad thing. Roll it in, and then peat moss on top. Now, let's cover water. So ever since I started renovating the back, as we call it, I put in some irrigation, just some above ground irrigation. 1, 2, 3, 4 heads, all connected to my hose on a timer. It's a beehive timer that I can control. You're gonna wanna water this 4 times a day, at least 10 minutes at a time. If you have the Orbit's gear drives and you're just gonna be doing this type of motion, 10 minutes at a time, 4 times a day. Yes, it is a lot. It needs to be moist. It cannot be dry. Especially right now, end of summer, it's still kind of hot, but the soil temps are perfect conditions for seeding. I'm gonna go ahead and set that timer up. I'm gonna let this sit for at least an hour just to make sure that that glyphosate and the surfactants are all up in the grass for now, and then we'll water everything in. Oh, it's gonna be so good. That stuff said rain fast in 30 minutes, so we're good to go. We don't have to worry about that. As you can see, I'm just walking all over everything, making sure. In the next couple days, if you come out here and you notice there's like no seed, and maybe birds attacked it, well, then you know you need to put some peat moss down. Now, don't just leave this be for the next 2 weeks. I watch it every day. I kid you not. This is our project. You gotta maintain this. You gotta look after it. This is definitely something you have to look after every day. Now I'm just stomping all over everything. Get good seed to soil contact. Get some good exercise. Okay guys, I'm gonna take a break for an hour and we'll be back out here to water this stuff in. Heck yeah, I'm so excited. Back, finally, TTTF. Here we go. Beehive water timer. So I'm gonna turn it on and we'll get our first initial spray down. Hope you guys are doing good. How you doing, huh? Pardon me if I still sound a little sick. Still kind of lingering. A lot better though. I actually have energy to do stuff. Just stay on top of all your stuff. Make sure you're looking at it. Now here's perennial rye. All one grass type. So I'm telling you guys, gorgeous. We don't play around with our grass. Neighbors are killing it. Cross street Rick, next door neighbor Rick. It's Sunday, he should be mowing here pretty soon. Jeff's killing it. He's watering, syringe time. That's what you gotta do, you know? If you follow these steps, you'll be on your way. This is amazing. I can't believe we're about to water this. Now, like I said, keep an eye out because these birds might be on top of this, and we don't want that. We're gonna really soak it in, so let's do a little 30-minute action. Yeah. Okay, that one's squirting kind of weird. That could be adjusted. Just gotta make sure we have coverage. Make sure we have coverage. Well, it's getting watered in. I just adjusted them. They are now hitting perfectly everywhere. I'm gonna monitor this side right here just to make sure it gets super moist. Now, like I said, 4 times a day is what I'm gonna do to ensure that this is moist throughout the whole process. The first 15 days at least. Hopefully we see some sproutage. And again, monitor to make sure birds aren't eating your seed. Make sure that there's no rain in the forecast, and make sure it doesn't get washed away. Monitor it. The next day, make sure the seed's still there. If you notice the seed's gone, you might have to reapply the seed and lay some peat moss down. Guys, this is the process. The best process I know of. You're gonna have major success doing it this way, and I will update you guys. So stay tuned, subscribe, make sure you tune in to see the results of our fall overseed. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for the support. Long time coming, I can't believe it's happened. Amazing. I cannot believe it either. It's gonna be so good. Yes, sir. Amazing. I can't wait. You guys are amazing. You are fantastic. You're all just too great. Thank you so much. This is gonna be good. You guys are the best. We'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy. Whew. Happy seeding, my dudes. Get on it. It's time. Make it happen.